morning, guys. Ariel over here at Nyth. I have a couple things to talk about, but I want some tea while I do it, and I thought you might be interested in this. I make most of my own herbal teas. I know that's not green tea, white tea, black tea, real teas. So I've got some mint that I dried from all my mint out in the garden last year. That's some dandelion root, which I also dried. Just pulled up some dandelions that were growing in a few places I didn't really want them, and chopped up the root and let it dry in the air. These are rose hips, which are super high in vitamin C, way higher than oranges and such, and they actually grow here, just wild. It's the fruit of a rose bush. And elderberries, which also grew wild, and I picked. Now, you could make a mix and not have to mix all these. I like doing different flavors, so I kind of keep all my different ingredients separate, and then I can make the flavor of whatever I'm in the mood for that day. Well, you guys bought me this awesome little tea thing when my last one came apart, so I can easily mix all of my stuff in there and just let that steep. So yeah, I never, some people ask me about that. I just never developed a taste for coffee. I don't even like the way it smells. I don't even like a coffee flavored ice cream or anything like that, so I don't suspect I'm real likely to start loving coffee. And I tried to like green tea because I know it has some benefits, but I don't enjoy the flavor. So I mostly make herbal teas. And when it's cold outside, it is snowing again. Yes, I know it's almost the 1st of April. We'll probably get some more snowstorms in April. That tea's already turning a beautiful color. It just needs a few minutes to steep there. And isn't this mug lovely? It was handmade for me by a customer, actually, at a restaurant that I used to work at. It was a going away gift when I left there. So, updates on a couple things. Here is my pretty willows that, oh, that one actually has a flower. I was thinking when they started opening, it looked like I mostly got stems with leaves, but a few of these I think are actually turning into a flower. But this has been in here 5 days now, and just look at all the pretty little greens sprouting out of there. And the camera probably won't show it, but if you could see down here where the stems are in the water, they're actually starting to push out just a little nub of a root, which I don't particularly care about. I wasn't trying to root them. I don't need more willows for anything. I was just growing them out so that there's something pretty and leafy green inside while it is still snowing outside. So it's just kind of a fun project to see those root out. If you don't know what I'm talking about, go back and look at the video where I picked these. But anyway, that's what they're looking like now. Got little green leaves and some flowers opening up all over them. Gardening. Yes, it is snowing outside. Let me show you just how thick right now. There you go. Snow piles have definitely shrunk. For quite a few weeks there, I couldn't even see the wood pile from the window. But you can see the wood pile, you can see the van. It is dumping out there. So guys, as you can see, there's been a good bit of progress with the snow melting. You can see more than half of the house from out here in the driveway. But today it is also snowing again. I think they're calling for several inches. We'll see what we actually get. But the snow is shrinking a good bit. You can see most of the house. That's the top of the swing set frame. So on. Doesn't look like it's shrinking, but it is actually, even though we're getting more snow again today. Check that out. And barely snapping on the floor right inside the door. Anyway, so that's what the weather's doing. And back to here. So when I did my videos about planning and ordering my seeds and organizing them, some people had asked me about, do I do a garden plan? And I do, actually. I don't follow it strictly, but it's helpful to me because when the ground is finally bare, I get pretty excited about getting things planted. And if I don't have a little bit of at least a good rough draft of a plan when I start, then I have a tendency to plant too much of one thing or forget to save space for another thing that I wanted, and so on. So I do usually make a plan, and the last bunch of years it's been pretty simple because it's stayed relatively the same because I had all my long straight beds, as you probably know, and I just kind of rotated which things were in which bed, but I didn't really have to replan anything. This year, with the new beds, which will hopefully be keeping the little pocket gophers out of my vegetables, I need to draw a new plan. But before I do that, I actually wanted to, and I'm going to go back and leave comments on your comments as well, so hopefully I catch you somehow. But on that seed planting video, the seed giveaway, the two winners were Sherry Anderson. Sherry Anderson won the salsa pack of seeds, the tomatoes, cilantro, peppers, and Natalie Butler won the brassica pack. So that's Sherry Anderson and Natalie Butler. If you are watching this, hopefully you are, please get me your mailing address so I can get those in the mail to you. You can either comment it down below, you can, if you click over to the About Me, you can get my email on the channel homepage. You can get my email address, email it straight to me. I realize you may not want to put it out there publicly. I will go back and comment on your comments, so if you see that comment, get me your address, whatever works best, and I will get those seeds to you. And you guys probably know I don't do like a lot of contests around here, but they were, go back and watch the video if you want. I don't announce contests. They're just for, if I got something to give away, it's for the people who are here regularly watching the whole videos. Anyway, so Sherry Anderson and Natalie Butler, please get me your addresses and I will get you some seeds to get planted, since it's probably not snowing outside your windows right now. So, back to garden planning. So this year I actually have to draw a new plan. And I maybe should start with pencil instead of pen. Let me see here. Nope, I don't have a pencil handy. I must have broke the tip off my last one. So anyway, I do like to draw a little plan and just, you know, lay out kind of where I want things, because I am going to still be covering the beds with my row covers, and because they're a hoop shape, I kind of need to, if something is a taller plant, I need it to be more in the center of a bed, and if it's a shorter plant, it can be up against the edge just because of that shape. So I do have to do a little planning, so I'm going to work on that while it is snowing out there. And then, let's see, updates on other things. The snowpack, so a lot did melt. I don't know how well that video showed it, but I can see like 4 feet of the stake that's beside my apple tree now, and at one point there was only this much of it still sticking out above the snow. So there's still a lot of snow out there, and it is snowing, but it is, it's in the process of departing as well. If you guys don't make herbal teas, you got to do this. So many things people consider weeds and wild things and things that are so easy to grow make lovely teas. I love the flavor of mint, so I put it with most things, and I can grow mint like crazy. So that's really easy. Dandelion roots, super good for like helping flush things out of your internal organs. It doesn't have a great flavor all by itself. That's why I tend to mix these things. Elderberries are good for a whole ton of things. What else did I put in there this time? Oh, and rose hips, like I said, they're really, really high in vitamin C, way higher than like citrus fruit and stuff. So anyway, all these things, I'll try to do more videos on this when I have time. It's just such a busy time of year for me, but I just pick them outside and I just spread them out on a sheet, and they can even just sit on the counter and they'll dry, or sit in the sun for a day and they'll dry. But our climate is pretty dry. If you live somewhere much more humid, you may need an actual dehydrator to put them in an oven on low. But for me, I can just spread it out on a sheet, and a day later they're all dry, and I just keep them in a jar the rest of the year and make tea. And then I just wanted to say a big thank you to you guys. I don't have time to make a video every single time, but I have gotten so many lovely handwritten letters and notes from people, just that are just really heartwarming. There's always some comments you get when you have some part of your life public that are less than heartwarming, let's say. And so it's so lovely that there's so many of you guys are just awesome. I really appreciate all the notes and letters I've gotten, all the various gifts. Like I said, you know, nobody has to do any of this stuff. I just make videos because I like to share information, but I do so appreciate when people, you know, I had one basically like this before for my tea, and it broke, the bottom fell out, and there wasn't a good way to reattach it without using something I wouldn't want steeping in my tea. So somebody bought me those, and just other lovely gifts, and you will probably see more of them. I do, if Gerald's watching, I absolutely adore my kitchen cabinets. I forgot to mention it the last few times I did a cooking video, but every time I'm working in the kitchen or looking at the kitchen, I just love having everything enclosed and neat and tidy. I've gotten, I don't want to leave anyone out, so I'm not going to start saying names, and I don't know how public people want to be, but, you know, I've gotten just a whole lot of amazing gifts and words from a lot of you guys, and I just want you all to know that I really, really do appreciate that, and it's encouraging, because sometimes there's not nice comments and stuff, and that is discouraging if you want, you know, if you spend a lot of hours of your life making videos and trying to reply to people's comments, and everything does take a lot of time in my week. For sure, but it's something I enjoy doing, and I like sharing the information, so it's just so nice to hear from you guys that like it and appreciate it and value it or enjoy it, or it makes your day better, or it's where you go for some peace, or whatever the case is, whatever for you. That's just, I just want you all to know I really, really appreciate you guys, and it's so amazing when I go read the comment threads, really, even though they are unfortunately the ones that tend to stick in your head, there are some very negative people. Compared to most comment threads I read on the internet, you guys are all awesome. You're nice to each other. You're pleasant. I'm sure you probably have things you don't like, but you must have all learned that, or most of you anyway, that, you know, if you haven't got something nice to say, maybe don't say it. But anyway, it's really a pleasant place to read comments compared to a lot of the internet. So I just wanted to say thank you and do an update on that. And don't forget, Sherry Anderson and Natalie Butler, please give me your addresses so I can get you some seeds. I'm going to be here working on my garden plan, drinking my herbal tea, and enjoying the little green leaves growing out of my willows as the snowflakes fall outside. I hope you all have a lovely day as well, and I'll be back tomorrow with a couple more maybe over the next few days with a couple more cooking videos for you of things I've made recently that I really liked that turned out well. Hi folks, Ariel over here. Thanks for spending some of your valuable time watching these videos. Hopefully you found something beautiful, educational, interesting, peaceful, relaxing, or useful while you were here. If so, find more videos here, subscribe so you don't miss any updates, and if you like what you found here, feel free to like and share away so that others can benefit as well. You all have a wonderful day.